Um, just let the viewers know. Is it anything else that you're working on, or anything else that you wanted to mention or speak on while we're here? Because I still got the other footage, so I'm gonna put everything together, so it'll be a full, nice
Well,
length.
well, I'm always constantly working on talking of propaganda for the people in regard to educate them,
Hmm.
and some educate the people, the mind and master the people. One thing I'm working on right now is a particular I'm gonna term it like a historical timeline, which is gonna be looked at as being a calendar that talk about different events in the Black Liberation Movement, the Pan
Mm.
African National Movement, world history, New African Independent Movement. That they're gonna talk about different things and different times that we actually commemorate or celebrate in the place of European holidays or European celebrations. Like if we make like we look at today as being Market Garvey Day because they're born that day. That's a time to commemorate. That's time to fly your red, black, and green flag. Or during the month of Black August, everybody fast and studying and training. Which would be commemorated, as as the same thing that's similar to Ramadan, commemorate as a revolutionary Ramadan. Or if we look at a time like May the 19th, the born day of Malcolm X. Look at that as a particular day that we commemorate and celebrate and
Hmm.
organize and get together and do things in the spirit of Malcolm X. So those are some of the time I'm talking about in regards to this timeline and this propagation. But I'm also working on a few books of myself that the educated mind and master the people. And also I'm looking at we're looking at doing creating a couple of videos, other aspects, a platform to basically enlighten and inspire the people to do different things, right? Those are some of the things that I'm working on myself personally. It will extend the proper, it will extend the radio show in regards to different guests and different areas, as well as well as a new African publication we're working on. They're gonna be for the new African world, as well as increasing the other radio show. I'm also hosting another radio show called the Vision Guard Public Afro Radio. I said, which we've been on for the last 3 months. We come on the third, we come on the third Monday, every third Monday of the month. So we're gonna do 3 broadcasts so far. So I'm working on that also as well, and increasing the stance of that, as well as the education behind that. So, to me, it's all about information. The information had the power to transform our minds and our bodies. It was also had the power to transform. It had the power to uplift individuals. It had the power to give a person a better love and stand on themselves, to love themselves even better. So like Ray Evans said, we the invisible man, meaning we don't have no history. We the invisible woman as well, meaning we don't have no history, no place, you know what I'm saying, no place in society. We downtrodden. What I'm saying, we not liked, we disrespected, we basically invisible. We don't have no place. So by knowing this, we might give us a gift back to ourselves with the knowledge of self. So you know exactly where we came from, where we going, and our particular greatness and achieving and accomplishing our ancestors, where we can achieve and accomplish right now in modern day society, which is an area full of technology and sophistication. We have some of the greatest thinkers ever. But one of the things we don't talk about for real is our mental process in regards to why we talk about everything from philosophy to metaphysics, science to history to revolution to politics, but we very seldom talk about our African psychology, our African psychotherapy, things that gonna be beneficial to us, to have our own particular mind because majority of the time we're not in our right mind. We don't even know it. But we think we are because of what society shows us and what's going on in society in particular. Instead of acting like the people in society and being like being like the sheep of society and being the part of the majority, we might have that mentality that we're individuals. And we might get our individual self in order before we get anything else in order. We might have that mentality to think like that. For the betterment of ourselves, betterment of society, especially trying to build a new society, we might get that psychology in place. The African psychology in place. Know that we are African by descent. We're African people by origin. We are master builders. We are master teachers. We are educators. We are science. We are philosophy. We are warrior. We are so forth, so on, so much, so more. Well, some of us are descendants of kin. Some of us didn't descend for kin. Descend for kin. Some of us descendants of queen. Some of us didn't descend for queen. We were still great overall. We must never think that we never great. We must get the self love back to ourselves and new African people. The self love, self respect, and the self dedication, self determination. You know what I'm saying? Back to ourselves, as well as the self knowledge. Back to ourselves as people. Those are things we must do to survive.